Hi, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Taryn and I make a lot of skincare focused beauty content as well as life and fashion content. So if that interests you, make sure to check out my other videos and subscribe. I'm going to be doing my morning skincare routine. This is just going to be kind of like a get ready with me. And if you're interested in seeing my actual routine, it will be linked in the description. So today's thing is, should you stay with your high school boyfriend in college? No. Okay, so here's my thing. I'm on TikTok, so I've seen a lot of rush TikTok. I've seen a lot of TikToks of people dropping out of school before the first day, and it's just been taking me back to my college days and kind of what I would do differently and what advice I would give. So when it comes to having a high school boyfriend and you graduate high school, you're 17, 18 years old, going back to where I was, I did have a high school boyfriend and we did date in college, and we ultimately broke up not even before the end of sophomore year of college. Would I have taken that relationship to college? No. So let me tell you why. At 17, 18 years old, you're literally so young. You're literally so young. There's really no need. You're going to be trying to figure out life essentially on your own. You're gonna have the help of friends. Make sure that you make friends and not just, we'll get to that later. Make sure that you actually make friends. You have to stay on top of your studies. You're, in a new area, maybe in a new territory, ultimately. You have so much stuff to figure out just going through college. And you don't want to be the girl calling your boyfriend saying whose voice is that in the background? Who is that on your story? I saw a clip of your hand in the story. You don't want to be that girl.
Cause all you do is fucking snap down the bitches.
There's so much other shit you have to worry about that you don't want to be worried about a boy, essentially. At 17, 18 years old, you haven't even scratched the surface yet. And I honestly think if you came across this video, you're looking for this topic and you're looking for a sign, this is it. Do it. The thing is, with college, I definitely encourage women to play the field, court, date, hang out with other dudes. However, I do feel like hookup culture benefits the man in the relationship the absolutely most, especially when it comes to heterosexual relationships. So I don't really advise that, but do what you want to do. On the other side, if you do break up, you can still remain friends. I know that can be hard for people. However, if you're the type of person that's going to get jealous, you're still going to act like y'all are together, you can still be territorial. And even when it comes to his side, just break up completely. No need to be friends. But I will say, if you want to keep that relationship with that person, remain friends. And I will say, if you are planning on getting married super young and that is your goal, I feel like the shortest way to do that is to just head to your nearest military base and just stand outside for a few minutes and just see what happens. So yeah, I just feel like in college, you have so much other things to stress about and to worry about other than a dude and being in a relationship and maintaining that relationship. There's going to be other women. There's going to be other dudes. Y'all don't need to be so hung up on a relationship, a monogamous relationship. I would just say remain friends, because you can be strictly platonic or you can be friends with benefits or whatever. But I would just say remain friends. You can keep the relationship, but it doesn't have to be so formal and strict. But honestly, what you need to do is communicate what y'all feel comfortable with. On the other side, say you do want to stay with your high school boyfriend. For instance, if y'all go to the same college, you are not a married couple. You are not a married couple. You both need to go out and make friends. You don't need to be up under each other all the time. You need to maintain your own individual lives. Find yourself, be yourself. You don't want to be stuck to glue like each other. You don't always have to go to the same parties. You don't always have to go eat together, warming up ramen or whatever it is y'all make. I had a full kitchen in college, so I don't really relate to that. But yeah, you don't have to be doing all of that. Y'all are not married. You don't have to be doing sleepovers all the time. You don't have to do that. And if you decide to stay with each other, you know what? And if you decide to stay with each other and y'all go to separate colleges, you don't have to visit each other every weekend. Don't be screaming about who's on my story, whose voice that they hear. There's gonna be other women, there's gonna be other men. you both need to establish boundaries and figure out what you want and what you want out of the relationship, because essentially it's going to be almost like a long distance relationship if you are in it, and it might be a long distance relationship. So you just need to communicate and set boundaries on what you want for your relationship. It could be that we are still together, but you know, if you want to see other people, like some people have that type of relationship, if that's not you, whatever it is that you both want to do, and as long as you both want to do it and someone's not trying to convince the other, communicate that and develop what is best for the both of you in your relationship. Whether you go to the same college or whether you don't go to the same college, you just have to communicate boundaries. Even going away, even on campus, like you have to communicate boundaries, because you don't want to get overly jealous. And if it's something where, you know, they're not respecting the boundaries that you both guys set for your relationship, then just leave them. Because there's no point. There's no point to be crying over a boy in college. There's no point to be drinking like bottles of wine over a boy. There's literally no point. There's so many girls that I went to school with that would just like cry and get drunk over. It's not worth it, sweetheart. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. On to the next. There's so many dudes on campus. To kind of conclude this video, going back, would I personally stay with my high school boyfriend in college? No. Could we maintain a friendship? Sure, because I believe whatever is meant to be is meant to be, and then whatever is not meant to be is not meant to be at the same time. I feel like the key really is to set out what you want to do. Do you want to stay in a relationship or do you not want to stay in a relationship? Both parties have to come to an agreement and be like both, you know, stand solid on that. And then two, you just have to set boundaries. So are we going to be monogamous, strictly exclusive? Are we going to like see and date other people potentially? And then if we're back home, like we're together, that type of thing. But I would just say maintain a friendship is really like the key here, because there's so much else going on and you never know like who you're going to meet, or just like what you want to do, like what adventures and what other things you might realize that you like and enjoy without that person. And when we do comment of the week, so comment of the week is from someone named Dre, and the comment said, "Your voice is so soothing." And I really like this comment because I'm a little bit self-conscious about my voice. I feel like most people that start a YouTube, start a podcast, and have to listen back to their voice are very uncomfortable with hearing their voice because it's really weird. And so this is actually a really nice compliment, because I've gotten some compliments on my voice, like, oh, you should do radio. And I don't really see that at all. But it's really nice when people compliment my voice, because I used to get picked on it for it. So thank you so much for it. That's a really nice comment. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any advice for anyone that's entering college and trying to maintain or figure out a relationship, please comment that below. And as always, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment for more videos. Thank you again.